Hello everyone, Kurt Vonderhaar from Cheetah Mobile Device Repairs in Highland. We are your 5-star rated cell phone and tablet repair store, conveniently located in Highland on Route 143. You can find us next to Clarkson Eye Care, Little Caesars, the mailbox store. You know where to find us. You can call us during normal business hours at 618-651-8878 or reach us 24 hours a day on our Facebook page. Hey, I want to hop on here today. Apple does an Apple press conference or Apple announcement every year around this time, around the first, second week in September. And basically they call it the Apple Event 2019. It lasts about 2 hours, so it's a pretty long video to watch through. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, gets up in front of a bunch of young Apple cheerleaders / workers and talks about all the new products that Apple is going to release later on that month. And you know, it's a lot to go through, but I picked out 3 or 4 nuggets that I want to share with everyone out there because I think they're important products that have come to the market. And Apple does an excellent job on these product releases. You know, they announce them early in September. They're usually available to order that same week, and then they deliver by the end of September. So they've got a great setup. So I'm going to go through basically 3 products that were released by Apple today. I'm going to talk about each one and how they might affect you and kind of give you a recommendation on whether it's a product that you should go out and buy or whether you should save your money. So I'm going to talk about 3 products. I'm going to talk about them in descending order of importance to you guys. So we'll save the best for last, which are the new iPhones that got released. But first up that we're going to talk about is Apple Watch Series 5. So we're now into the 5th generation of Apple Watches, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about the Apple Watches because I don't really think many people need an Apple Watch. I have one. I've had one for about a year or 2 now, and I don't think it's really all that useful. It's more of a luxury item. So for $399 to start for an Apple Watch, you can have your very own Dick Tracy-esque watch on your wrist that you can talk to. But I'll tell you, as far as real world applications, what I use it for the most is notifications. So whenever I get a text or an alarm that goes off, it's nice just to be able to glance and look up at it. But besides that, I don't really use it a whole lot to tell time necessarily. And I just think maybe that $399 can be better put to use maybe in other places. So for the Apple Series 5 watch, basically it's going to be faster, have longer battery life, those type of things for the new Apple Series 5 watch. One other thing, they are going to have an Apple Studio, an Apple Watch Studio in every Apple store. So it'll be a place that you can go in and actually design your own Apple Watch. So you'll be able to go in and pick a band up off the table and feel it and check it out. Before, you were only able to order these bands and cases online, or you could go to the store and look at them in the plastic. Now they're going to have a whole Apple Watch Studio set up in every Apple store where you can go in and pick out the different accessories for your watch and build your Apple Watch. So Apple Watch Series 5 released today, but I don't think it's something you need to run out. If you have an Apple Series 3, Series 4, don't go running out and spending the $399 on this particular device. I would just hold up on that for now. It's more of a luxury than a convenience if you ask me about an Apple Watch. So next up, this is the second of the 3 products that I'm going to talk about, and I think this one is pretty important, and this is the new iPad that just came out today. So they're calling this the iPad 7th generation. I'm just going to call it iPad 7. This is a solid product, and this is an upgrade from the iPad 6 in several ways. First being in display size. So the standard iPad size is now going up from 9.7 inches. Now the standard iPad size is going to be 10.2 inches. So bigger display, and as advertised, they're advertising this iPad with the chip in it called the A12 chip. It's not the newest chip, but it's a fast chip that Apple makes, and they're basically going to they're advertising that it's faster than the best-selling PC that's out there. So better than the best-selling PC laptop that's sold out there on the market. So I think what's going to happen is that Apple is going to start marketing this iPad 7 to some of the college students and to students out there because of the price point. $329 for an iPad 7th generation. So I think that's a great price point for students. The home button is still there, so it still feels very familiar with some of the older generation iPads. And I think, again, the best thing about it is the price. So you can basically get a bigger iPad that's faster with more battery life and more features, and also you can use the iPad Pencil. So the Pencil, I think, is going to be something that's going to be very useful for students when they're working with this. You can put it on a stand that has a keyboard on it, and I think it's going to be a great alternative to laptops for students, especially at that price point of $329 and 10 hours of battery life. So for the iPad 7, I'm going to give that a big thumbs up. I think if you're in the market for an iPad and $329 is in your budget, you should go out and spend it on the iPad 7. And Apple's getting so far along in the lineage of, I'm getting a little help from Boomer here, the dog. He's going to make a little appearance. Boomer, say hi to everybody. So we're getting so far along in the iPad lineage that I think it's important to maybe show you guys what that current iPad lineup actually is, because they release so many different products, people get confused. So I made a really simple graphic here that we're going to go through here on camera as far as the new iPad lineup. So you can take a screenshot of this. I'm also going to put this in the comments section after the video's over. But if we're looking here on the different iPads this is what's currently on the Apple website. So if we're looking at iPads, we start off with the iPad Mini 5, and that's a 7.9-inch screen. Starts at $399. It's not the cheapest iPad to start out. The least expensive iPad is going to be the new iPad 7 that just got released. 10.2 inches display size, starting out at $329. And you can order that now. Deliveries are starting on September 30th. The next one in the lineup, iPad Air 3. That's a 10.5-inch display size. The iPad Air 3 is going to be much thinner and much lighter than any of the other iPads, so much more portable, and that one starts out at $499. This iPad Air 3 was just released less than a year ago. And then we move into the last two iPads, the iPad Pros. iPad Pro 11-inch, iPad Pro 12.9-inch. If you're looking at these devices, you probably are a graphics professional or somebody who is really into doing some production on your iPad. And those start out at $799 and $999 respectively. So I'll put this down in the comments section, but I think it's important as Apple starts releasing, and they've released so many products over the last 10 years, that we start to try and make it a little easier for you to see what products are available right now. And everything I'm talking about, these products are available right now on the Apple website. You can look at them. A lot of the iPhones we talk about are not available to order until starting on Friday, but these are going to be delivered. Ship times are by the end of the month. So that was the iPad 7. Again, I think the iPad 7 is a great product, and if you're in the market for a new tablet, you should go out and get the iPad 7. So last up, the third product that we're going to talk about out of the three things. So first we talked about the Apple Series 5 watch. Secondly, we talked about the iPad 7. Last up, and probably most importantly, what everybody wants to hear about, is we're going to talk about the new iPhones that were just released. So 3 iPhones that were released by Apple today. Again, you can place your orders starting on Friday at 5 a.m. You can hop online and place your order then. Delivery is going to start on September 20th for the new iPhone. So 3 new iPhones. First up, we're going to talk about the iPhone 11. So the iPhone 11 is going to replace the iPhone XS in the lineup. So the XS and XS Max are discontinued by Apple. Not meaning that they're no longer supported, not meaning that they're no longer repairable, just means that Apple's not selling the iPhone 10, the iPhone XS, or the iPhone XS Max. They stopped selling the 10 last year when they released the XS. But now, the iPhone XS and XS Max are pulled off the Apple website. You can no longer go in and search and purchase those particular products. So now you've got the iPhone 11. So how does the iPhone 11 compare to the iPhone XS, its predecessor? Number one, it's a bigger screen. So XS had a 5.8-inch monitor. The new iPhone 11 is going to have a 6.1-inch screen, same size as the iPhone XR. So XR and new iPhone 11 are going to have the same size screen. However, there will not be an iPhone 11 Max. No iPhone 11 Max. We'll talk a little bit more about a Max phone later, but there will not be an iPhone 11 Max. So just iPhone 11 in the iPhone 11 lineup. It's going to have the A13 Bionic chip. So this is a new chip that Apple released today as well. It's the fastest mobile phone chip or mobile phone computer on the market. Its predecessor, the A12, which is in the iPad 7 and a lot of the other products that you're using right now, it was already the fastest chip in a mobile phone or fastest computer in a mobile phone. So this A13 is 20% faster than the A12. So super fast chip. You know, if you're a serious gamer on a phone, if you play a lot of games, I think this is going to be good news for you. It's going to be the best phone that you can get in order to do gaming on. And as a little side note, Apple's getting ready to release Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade is going to be a set of 50 games to start out. They're going to be Apple exclusive. That are going to be on the App Store, and I'm sure very optimized to be played on the iPhone 11. So that's something for gamers that you want to check out. Longer battery life for the iPhone 11, 1 hour longer battery life than the industry-leading iPhone XR. So I thought that was important to point out. It has new dual cameras, but what you're really going to like about the iPhone 11 is the price. The price of the iPhone 11, the entry-level model, is $699. That's right, that's not incorrect. $699 for the iPhone 11. Just yesterday or the day before, if you went on the Apple website and looked at a XS, entry level was selling for $999. So Apple has now cut their probably best-selling iPhone that's going to have by $300. So $300 price cut from the iPhone XS to the iPhone 11. You're going to have a bigger screen, better processor. So what that tells me is I think Apple's feeling the heat from some other manufacturers like Samsung, like Huawei in China. They're losing market share, and I think they have slashed, and they have. I'm going to show you prices here for all of the new iPhone lineup. They've slashed prices across the board. So $699 for the entry-level iPhone 11. So I think that's really important to point out. The last two phones, as far as iPhones that were introduced, and I'll talk about Max here, but this is a Pro series now of phones. So now Apple, they have a Pro series in their iPads. They're also now going to have a Pro series in their phones. So they're going to be called the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So what these are ultra high-end phones. These are both starting out at more than $1,000, and they're geared towards the consumer that wants the top-end performance, the highest of high-end performance out of an Apple product. The battery life on for instance, the iPhone 11 Pro, it's going to be 4 hours longer battery life than the iPhone XS. So super long battery life. The Pro models are also going to be using a brand new screen technology. So on the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max, we'll have brand new screen technology called Super Retina XDR display. So Super Retina XDR display, they probably won't throw that term out there a whole lot, but it's the most advanced OLED panel that's ever been built. OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. Just means it's the most advanced screen that you can buy on any phone. But why are end users, people out there watching this video, why are you going to want an iPhone 11 Pro or an iPhone 11 Pro Max? It's because of the cameras. A whole new camera dynamic with 3 entirely brand new cameras on the iPhone 11 Pro and on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So the 3 cameras that are going to be on there, one is a wide angle camera, another one is a brand new telephoto lens camera that's going to be on there, and the third one is an ultra wide angle camera. So these cameras, and when you throw in also an upgraded selfie camera, so this phone is going to have 4 cameras on it. And when you're using some of these, they call them iPad or iPhone Pro apps. There's going to be a whole set of apps just for these iPhone Pro phones. You're going to be able to shoot video from all 4 cameras at once and be able to use apps to then edit those videos inside of the app. So basically, through a handheld device, you're going to be able to produce entire movies. It's really incredible, I think, what you're going to be able to do with these iPhone Pro devices. Size-wise, they're actually going to line up the same size as the XS and XS Max 5.8 for the iPad iPhone 11 Pro, and 6.5 inches. So that'll be the biggest iPhone available. 6.5 inches for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So again, I'm separating out these Pro phones, the iPhone 11 Pro phones, from just the iPhone 11. iPhone 11 sounds great. I think everybody, if you're in the market and $699 fits your budget, you should go out and get it. These iPhone Pro phones are not for the everyday iPhone user. So if your kids are out there telling you that they want the new iPhone Pro phone, they don't need the Pro version. That's probably too much technology, and just for a phone that's over $1,000, they just won't need it. But if you're a user that's producing high-end content, if you want to be able to have the best of the best, to do that, go out and get the iPhone 11 Pro or the iPhone 11 Max. So again, with all the iPhones out there, I created a little graphic here just to show you what the current lineup is for the Apple iPhones. So starting out with your Apple iPhone 8 is still available from Apple, 4.7-inch monitor, and $449. That's $150 less than what it was priced at just last week. So they've slashed the prices on their iPhones on the Apple website. iPhone 8, $449. iPhone 8 Plus, a 5.5-inch screen, $549. Again, that used to go for $700. iPhone XR, that right now is the best-selling phone out there. iPhone XR, a 6.1-inch screen, starting out now at $599. That was $749 not that long ago. And then iPhone 11, like we talked about, a 6.1-inch screen, starting out at $699. And then the iPhone 11 Pro, 5.8-inch screen, $999. iPhone 11 Pro Max, 6.5-inch, and $1,099. So again, you can go on the Apple website on Friday and place your order for these phones for deliveries, and deliveries are starting on September 20th. So again, just to recap, again, these three products that we talked about and kind of give you my quick opinion on each one. First, we talked about the new Apple Watch Series 5. And again, I'm telling people, don't go out and buy the Series 5 watch right away. I don't think it's really that much of an upgrade from the Series 4 or Series 3. I've had my Series 3 for a year and a half, and I'm still happy with it for what it does. But don't run out and necessarily buy that for $399 starting out. The second product that we talked about was the iPad 7. Going for $329. It's a bigger version, 10.2 inches now. If you're in the market, go out and buy it. That's a good deal right there. And then lastly, we talked about the new iPhones. We talked about the 3 new iPhones that came out. The iPhone 11, which I say total thumbs up. I might be going out and getting one of those myself, to be honest. I've got an iPhone 7 Plus that I've been doing all of my Facebook work from and all of my social media work from. And it might be time for an upgrade. And I think that iPhone 11, for the price point, sounds like a pretty good deal from Apple. And then the 2 iPhone 11 Pro phones, iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max. Again, top line, high-end phones. Not something that the everyday user of an iPhone needs, not something that the teenagers need, not something that your kid needs, but it's something for people who are producing video content, who really want an all-in-one device that can do a lot of different things with that A13 Bionic chip. Maybe they need to go out and spend $1,000 on that particular phone. So hopefully this helps you out when you're looking at some of these new Apple devices. You can always come in to Cheetah Mobile Device Repairs and get free advice. So if you're looking at a device and thinking, man, did Kurt say this is a device that I need? Call up our store. You can call us anytime and ask us a question, shoot us a message on Facebook. So I'm Kurt Vonderhaar from Cheetah Mobile Device Repairs in Highland, Illinois. We are your 5-star rated cell phone and tablet repair store, conveniently located on Route 143 in Highland. You can find us next to Clarkson Eye Care, Little Caesars, the mailbox store. You know where to find us. You can call us during normal business hours at 618-651-8878, or you can reach us 24 hours a day on Facebook. Thanks everybody for watching the video, and have a great day.